Hello everyone, and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Anyway, probably a little late to the party, or at least when it comes to movies are concerned, since the second installment in the trilogy came out in December of last year. But hey, I had to read the book first. Anyway, I'm sure, a lot of you already know the story, Gandalf comes to find Bilbo and to enlist his help in doing burglar stuff to steal treasure from a dragon. And anyway, after I have to say, and on their way to to the dragon's lair, they find all sorts of neat, interesting characters, and yeah. And I have to say, after reading this book, it actually just sort of made me like the live-action, as yet to be completed trilogy just all that much more, and the animated trilogy slightly less. I mean, yeah, it had a good soundtrack with lots of memorable songs, but I just like the live action version more because of all the stuff that they include that was in the book, Although I guess I could say that it's still kind of, the movies are still long, with stuff that could easily have still been cut out, with the dwarf battle scene at Moria could have been shorter. The giant scene could have been cut out entirely, and there's even stuff in here in the Desolation of Smog that could have been cut out. But I don't care. It was all fun and enjoyable, and yeah, and I just like that. Literally, everything that was in this book is in the movies. It not only in the movies, but many of it is actually expanded upon. The necromancer really only played barely any sort of role in that, and was just there. And I think I remember J.R.R. Tolkien. Saying that he was trying to make a remake of The Hobbit, tie it in with The Lord of the Rings more, and well, now we have that. We have that with this new trilogy. But so yeah. But back to the book. One thing that I especially like is actually the kind of all what's the point? All of you know the story, so it's made yeah, you all know the story, and I already just said it. Goes off, fights dragon, yeah. But one thing that I thought was interesting is unlike in the animated movie where they just name drop them all in once, in the book they they actually do try and give at least some of the dwarves some character, Feely and Keely are the young, fit ones who are always full of energy. Yeah, but I think his Bumper was the fat one. You had the Balin was the old wise person. And of course Thorn, You still had a lot of characters that were just, didn't really have any sort of character or anything, but whatever, at least, A for effort, there's still some stuff there. And and also I gotta say that, even before I actually read the book, I knew I was gonna love it because, simply put, one word, maps. you know, I always love it. Once again, I think I talked about this before, and I'm just gonna say I'm gonna keep talking about this every time I come across it. I love it when book's world build like this, and just add in this little extra. It's just this extra bit that just makes everything. It just feels like not just another story, but like a full world, with lots of people and stuff. Yeah, just love it every time I see it, and of course, I'm just gonna say that I freaking loved it. 1 out of 5 rating. I'm gonna give it a full 5. Highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It's a nice, good adventure, and maybe I don't know. Maybe the time when the next movie comes out, I'll talk about the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I guess. And anyway, until then, I like to make some calls. Like there was always like some stuff that's not really all that surprising, but I figured I might as well just say it. Like first off is the Battle of the Five Armies. Like, I mean, first up is like the obvious shit. Like obvious stuff. With the bard killing the dragon with the black arrow. Which I like that they used a different kind of arrow and bow this time. Like considering how massive Smog is supposed to be, I kind of find it hard to believe that you could just kill him with a single longbow. And in this case, they have this gigantic crossbow, X-bow type thing where you fire this huge metal lance type thing at Smog, and that's all cool. And but like when the Battle of the Five Armies comes around, like when the bard has been essentially like against the dwarves, like the second he learned about the whole prophecy. So I have a feeling that when this, like after Smog is defeated, he's just gonna want the dwarves' heads on platters. It was your fault that Smog came to us and to kill us all. So, like, screw you assholes. Like, you're not only gonna be giving us the, like, you're gonna be like paying for all of this stuff, okay? And there's probably gonna be like an attempt at like arresting them as well, and of course in the meantime Bilbo's gonna like get the Arkenstone. He's gonna find it, give it to them. It's like, okay, you can use this as like leverage against Thorin, and yeah, well, just like in the book, and they're gonna be like, okay, I will, and then the battle is gonna happen, and then it's gonna be like a 3-way battle between the elves, dwarves, and men, and then the army of goblins is gonna come in, and there's gonna be like this big epic showdown with like Thorin and the Pale Orc. So they're like gonna be both like mortally wounded, and which of course Thorin is gonna be like mortally wounded too, and before he dies. Spoilers. And also, I probably wouldn't recommend getting too attached to Keeley. Just saying. The love triangle thing wasn't in the book, but I'd still recommend not getting too attached to Keeley or Feely. And then during the battle, of course, I think the necromancer's going to wind up getting killed too, and like in the people talk about in the ending of the Return of the Kings, where they had this big problem with like having too many endings. Well, I kind of feel that they might have the same problem with the last Hobbit film. There's going to be like a, because then there was like, first off there's the killing the dragon, which led into the war of the Five Armies with the humans, elves, men, dwarves, and eventually eagles coming in. And then there's the journey back home, where like the battle's over, everyone's like, oh, what a tragedy, like all the people that died in this, and we'll rebuild and stuff, and like, like I said, they have another couple chapters dedicated to them just journeying home. And then, of course, there's when he finally gets back, and he has to deal with the fact that everyone thinks he was dead the whole time. So, so we had another chapter dedicated to him, buying all of his stuff back with the fortune that he got while he was on his journey. And, oh, yeah. And, but, even so, I'm still going to be, even with all my predictions, which are highly likely going to happen, I still think it's going to be a very fun, entertaining little thing. And, yeah, I'm so going to be there. And like I said, maybe I'll talk about the Lord of the Rings trilogy come that time around. Because I still have a lot of other stuff I like to talk about, obviously, in the meantime, which, of course, is going to be a lot. Yeah. Anyway, of course, the book, highly recommended. The animated film, less highly recommended, but still recommended. And the live action movies, well, I'm so going to be there. And, of course, still recommended. I still love them. And, yeah. Anyway, next time we're going to be going straight to hell with with Happy Hour in Hell. And till then, see you later. Keep it fruity, y'all.